Hello students, welcome back to the classroom. Tim here, and today I'm going to show you how to play Fur Elise on the piano. We're going to do it, Fur Elise is split up into three main sections. I'm going to play the first section first and then walk you through it and then do the same for the other three sections. So here we go. Okay, that's the end of the first section. Let's kind of just look through it together, and I want to give you some pointers on, basically what I tell every student when they are learning this piece. So this is the easiest part in my opinion, this beginning part, and how I recommend you practice this is practice it hands separate to begin with. The good news is that once you get this part down, it's very repetitive, and actually you'll see that part come up many times throughout the piece. The left hand part is the same kind of pattern too, or a repeated pattern. A, E, 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 G sharp. A, E, 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 G sharp. So as you can see, there's the pattern there. So I would learn that pattern, especially with the left hand first, because then when you put them together, of course, when you first put them together, you should play, what, slow or fast? You should play slow, right? So learn them separately, put them together slowly, and then there's actually kind of a section A and a section B here with this first section. Section B is this part right here after the repeat. And again, you want to kind of learn the left-hand pattern first because it repeats. Same thing with the right hand. So that's the easy part about playing this one. So tackle this first section first because, like I said, that comes up many times throughout the piece. All right, let's take a look at section 2, which begins right here. So I'm going to play it for you first. And then back into the first section again. So let's take a quick look at it so I can give you some pointers here. So this part, I find that students, especially this line right here, students struggle so much with this line. So you're going to really want to spend some ample time just going over that. Again, do it hand separate and then put it together very slowly. You want to, again, we talked a little bit last time about a strategy lining up notes vertically to help you learn playing both hands at the same time. Remember that if a note lands vertically up and down in a column, that those notes are meant to be played at the same time. So when you play this line here, so obviously these A's will hit together, and then you have these set of chords here. Now they're 16th notes, but when you're first learning this, you're not going to want to play them at full speed, not even close. Now there's a grace note here at the end of the line. When you're first learning this, I recommend you just forget about the grace note. Just go right from the A there with the 32nd notes there. And then continue here. This part's basically more of the same. Oops. And then this part, you're just kind of bouncing back between G. So C, G, 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 A, G, and then you're moving up the scale like that. And you're going to want to use your same fingering you're using for the C major scale. That will help you come down here and get the right crossing right at the end of the line there. Okay, and then after that, lucky us is that you're into the first section again. So like I said, once you learn that first part, you have seriously like half of the song learned, maybe even a little bit more than that. And then it just repeats again. And then I'll play until we get to the next part. Section 3, as I call it. So here we are at section 3. I want to play it for you first so you can follow along, and then I'll talk about it a bit. So here you go. So here's section 3. And then it kind of goes into an arpeggio pattern coming down after that. So let's take a quick look at this section. All right, this section's not too hard, to be honest, because really your left hand is just hitting kind of a drone, meaning it's a note that just kind of goes on and on. Now every once in a while they'll add a note on the bottom, but you're really just hitting A as 16th notes. Now the key to getting this section right is counting to 6, because you want to count up to 6 eighth notes. What a lot of students will do is they'll kind of guess how many of these at the bottom they have. And then they're kind of just guessing, and then it sounds really sloppy. So you always want to be counting that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now obviously when you put it together, you'll have to play what? Fast? No, slow. So you really want to maybe even tackle this part hand separately as well. So the right hand part isn't real hard because it repeats over and over again. You have an E fully diminished 7th chord here, then to a D minor. So it might be a good idea to get these under your fingers before you start playing through it hands together. But again, what's the key to getting this section right? What is it? What is it? Is it play super duper fast? No. Well, you should play slow anyway. But the key is counting to 6. Seriously, that's the #1 thing that'll help you out with that section, because students just guess away at that part. All right, there's a mini section here I want to talk about. There's a mini section on this line. As you can see, it's just A minor arpeggios. So if you don't know what an arpeggio is, instead of playing a note all at once or a chord all at once, you're playing the notes separately. And I would actually use the fingering 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, maybe a 1, 3, 5 there, because you need to hit that one there. But that's all it is. So A minor, and then comes down a few notes. Then it goes up A minor 2 octaves. And then it goes up again. And then it has this chromatic pattern coming down. This means that you're hitting every note in between in half steps or semitones. And you're going to come back down to your starting note. And then you're basically going to start the song over again to finish it out. So again, like I said, that first part will come back again and again and again and again and again. So I'm just going to play that final part for you. Just so you can get a feel for how it is. Now at the end, you want to do a little bit of a retardando there. What I may do actually is I'm going to play through the entire piece now. Got it. can't believe. Hold on. I ran out of... Okay, so that's how you do it. All right, students, I hope you liked today's lesson. Remember to like and subscribe, or subscribe if you're here on YouTube, because we have new lessons coming out every Friday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. live. And then we have lessons coming out peppered in between, so you don't want to miss a beat. Subscribe now.